ಈಗ ಹೆಗ್ಡೆ ಅವರು ಸೀಡ್ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಆರ್ ಫುಡ್ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರು. ಈ ಸೀಡ್ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ವಾಟರ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಎ ಸೀಡ್ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ. ಸೊ ಹೌ he also said how equitably the seeds can be generated or preserved or distributed equitably among all people. Similarly, storing of water or equitable distribution of water is a major thing which we have to consider. I don't want to explain too many things here because of the shortage of time. Also, I had brought a PowerPoint presentation, but I can tell you with an example of Karnataka, we have a 3,400 TMC of water for all the Karnataka state put together, in which about 60% of it flows towards the Western Sea, Arabian Sea, and it is only 40% goes to the sea. In this 60% of the one, that is about 2,000 TMC of water, it has got two components. One is the surface flow, another is the underground flow. What we are fighting today, in today's world, wherever a newspaper or political people or speeches, what we see, the dispute is only on surface water. You see how much is flows, what should be given and all that. Nobody knows how much goes in the underground. There is no experiments done in India as to how much goes in the underground. But on a similar terrain in other countries, they have estimated 40% of it goes as an underground flow. And it is, if you calculate that 2,000 TMC of water goes into the Arabian Sea total, it will be about 800 TMC goes as an underground flow. So how to preserve this, how to redistribute it is an important factor. There are many ways where we can think about these rivers. Rivers have originated very long back. If you look at Kudremukh or any other places where you see, there are parallel ridges which rise up to 4,000 feet or 5,000 feet. But you will see that the river is cutting across that and is flowing at 2,000 feet. That is because the river is originally born in that age and it keeps its level itself, whereas the ground is growing or moving up at this place. Originally it was thought that India is dashed against the Asian plain and made a Himalayan mountain building activity. That was considered as the only mountain building activity. But subsequently they have said that the Deccan Plateau is also a sort of a mountain building activity, because you see in Peninsula also 10,000, more than 10,000 feet in Nilgiris and 6,000 feet in Kudremukh and other areas, and the rivers are flowing at 2,000 feet and they are continuing to erode and go at a lower level also. So how to equitably distribute this water is a main problem which many of us, including our Lingaraju and others, are making an attempt to it. The basic thing is we have to divide the entire thing into a micro basins, and in each of these micro basins we must estimate what is the total quantity of water that goes, and there should not be any water that goes into the next basin as an overflow. It should all go as an underflow. So this is what has to be done, and they micro basin people should restrict growing to that crop, as Hegde Saab has said, that they must grow ragi or navane or any other things which are more healthy than the other crops like wheat or this rice. So these are the things. As a matter of fact, everybody started growing sugar cane. Growing sugar cane at the cost of groundwater is the most criminal thing. As a matter of fact, in Latur, before the earthquake, there was only one sugar factory. And after the earthquake, because they pumped in more than 30,000 crores of rupees to rehabilitate, large number of borewells came, and there are more 8 or 10 sugar factories came in there. Growing sugar is nothing, it amounts to export of water. Same is the case in seed also. You see, you grow a hybrid seed, you grow at this cost of the water also. So this water and seeds are all interrelated to each other. So it has to be controlled and it has to be done. What I have to say is, before we see that there should be an equitable distribution of water. If you look at the Western Ghats, you see it occupies only 12% of the total area. but it gets 75% of the precipitation. So in this 75% of the precipitation, major thing goes towards the Arabian Sea, whereas the minor portion goes towards the eastern coast. As a result of over-exploitation, over sugar growing or groundnut growing or paddy growing, we have exploited the groundwater very much. As a matter of fact, you will see the irrigation portion in groundwater is more than 50%, but yet we don't know what is this groundwater. So we are simply neglecting it. So there is a need to see that these things are controlled and all rivers are made to flow by micro basin system, and cropping pattern are controlled. This can be done only by, not definitely by law, but by a social education and social system. This is what I thought I should place it before this one.